So do you feel like you are fighting to achieve your goals? Do you feel like you're fighting against other people, against society, against like racism or sexism or classism, against your own patterns and beliefs and habits so that you're you're not only having to fight the world, but you're actually fighting yourself to reach your own dreams and goals? It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight in order to focus your energy and attain something. The reason for this is that the universe itself supports you. When you're out there, like, yes, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna fight for it, it's actually a kind of good attitude in a certain way because you're determined. But if you realize that you can flow with the universe so that you work and believe and dream and you're clever and all of those wonderful qualities in achieving your dream, but you understand that you're flowing with the universe and not having to fight against it, it's a lot easier. It's a lot better. Let me give you an example. I teach a class here at Theta Healing NYC called Intuitive Anatomy, and it's 3 weeks long. It's a wonderful class, and whenever people come, they get so much out of it. It pretty much transforms their whole life. But it's really kind of hard to get people to take the class, and that's because people have these big belief systems that they don't have time, they don't deserve to take 3 weeks for just a class that they're interested in to develop themselves, to develop their intuition, to better themselves as healers. There's always a lot of, not always, but there's sometimes a lot of talking with prospective students to get their belief system so that they understand they really could take this class and it would be a wonderful thing and they can do it. So the very first time I ever taught Intuitive Anatomy, and in fact I was co-teaching with my wonderful colleague Sarah Faith, not only was it my first time teaching this particular class so that I had, a little preparation and review to do as a teacher, but I was going out to Montana to do some upper level training with Vienna, the founder of our Theta Healing Technique, in the weeks just before the class started. So there wasn't the kind of time that I normally would have leading up to a class to talk with people. And so I took action. I did make a few phone calls before I left for Montana. I certainly sent out a few emails from Montana, but basically I decided to let the universe flow this toward me, flow my class that I wanted to manifest with students who were bright and wonderful and eager to learn, flow the right number of people and exactly the right students toward me. And mainly what I did was meditate and manifest. That class was so incredible. We had a nice full class. We had people so eager and ready to transform their lives that were so easy to work with. I'm in touch with many of them to this day. It was great. So finally I learned, because that lesson didn't come easily to me. I like to be in charge and I like to work hard and I like to, earn things. But when I finally allowed the universe to flow with me instead of fighting for something, it was so much easier, and it worked in a way that I couldn't have controlled better. Why? Why would this work? It's the mere fact, the most basic fact, that we are one with the rest of the universe. So it's not like, well, here's the universe over here flowing, and here's Tara Greenway over here, working. No, of course not. I'm not separate from the rest of the whole world, the rest of the whole universe, and neither are you. We are one with it. That means that the flow of the universe includes us, and we get to ask the universe for what we would like. Now, that little situation worked out perfectly for me, right? What if it hadn't? What if I had gotten back to New York City after Montana and I had 2 people in the class, and you can't really have that class with just 2 people, or you could, but it wouldn't be as fun, and I had to cancel the class? That would have worked out too, because then I would have to trust the universe that my little, wants and needs and plans weren't really the best ones right then. And we would have postponed the class till a couple of months later, and then it would have worked out. So there is a certain amount of trust involved. So how can you do this? How could you understand your oneness with the universe? How could you flow with the universe instead of fighting so hard against it? Well, I could give you some downloads if you would like. In Theta Healing, we talk a lot about downloads. Downloads are exactly what they sound like. We pretty much all understand this today. If your computer doesn't have a certain program, you download it, right? With the program from the internet, it's not that big a deal. Well, since we are one with the universe, we can simply ask the universe to download you with your permission with a certain program. So all you have to do, I'm about to give you some downloads, and you just have to say if you want that download, yes. So I'm going to connect to the universe, to all that is, by going into the theta brainwave super quick, and I'm going to give you guys some downloads if you would like. So would you like to know what it feels like that you are one with the universe? Would you like to know that it's safe to be one with the universe? And would you like to know that you deserve to receive the support of the universe, and that you know how to receive the support and even the love of the universe? And would you like to know what it feels like and how to receive support from people around you instead of attracting people that you learn a lot from because you don't have to fight them? Would you like to attract people into your life that you learn a lot from because they flow with you? Would you like to know what it feels like and how to live your day-to-day life without fighting, so that you'll still fight when you really need to, but you can do all kinds of great stuff without fighting by simply focusing on something? You can do it. There doesn't need to be a fight. And finally, would you like to know what it feels like and that you already are spiritual and physical at the same time, so that you get to attain all your wonderful spiritual goals without having to physically fight? So congratulations, and have a good time flowing with the universe.